Welcome to Dark Matter. Before we take a look at today's video, please help me out by subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell for notifications. Thank you. Today we will be analysing the top 10 possessed people on video. The belief that demons exist and can possess people is of course the stuff of fiction and horror films, but it is also one of the most widely held religious beliefs in the world. Most religions claim that humans can be possessed by demonic spirits. The Bible, for example, recounts 6 instances of Jesus casting out demons and offer exorcisms to remedy this threat. Now, let's take a look at these possession videos and you can decide if they're real or fake, or perhaps just people that have serious problems. Number 10. Man possessed by ghost on CCTV. Spirit possession is a paranormal or supernatural event in which it's said that spirits, gods, demons, etc. take control of the human body, resulting in noticeable changes and behaviour. The guy in this video seriously seems to be having those type of problems. What do you think? Number 9. Exorcism of woman attacked by multiple demons. We don't know a lot about this video, except it claims to be shot in Florida back in 2014. What we can see clearly from the video though is this girl is going through some type of trauma. Exorcism or drug rehabilitation gone wrong? What do you think?
Hadi. Nakal. Poppy, pai. Poppy. Perci.
No.
Mukçeva. Jasny faktycznie.
Oče naš koji si na besima, da se sveti ime Tvoje, da dođe carstvo Tvoje, da bude volja Tvoja i na zemlji kao na nebu. Hljeb naš, najsušniji da nam danas i oprosti nam dugove naše, kao što mi opraštamo dužnicima svojima. I ne uvedi nas u iskušenje, ne izbavi nas od zloga, u ime Otca i Sina i Svetoga Duha. Amen. Postavi Bog. U ime Otca i Sina i Svetoga Duha. Amen. Napusti ovo tijelo, da bude uz nas, spasi nas.
No, she has it.
Hebrew. It's Hebrew. She's talking Hebrew.
Как узнала?
Не знали, я знаю.
Oh my God.
Нельзя так.
Почему она что?
Оставить это.
Number 8. Possessed military attacked by demon or witch caught on camera. The incident on this video occurred in Colombia and claims to show a soldier who is tormented and driven by an evil spirit. Look carefully at how the guy's legs seem to be lifted and grabbed by a mysterious, malevolent, invisible force.
Pero cuando llegue allá, para que lo vean. Pero, gracias pues.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Gonzalo?
Gracias pues,
¿Qué
gracias.
pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Gracias.
Quieto ahí.
Acuéste de frente, ¿no? Eso, ¿qué es así? ¿Qué es así?
Como lo puede hacer.
Mi primero, vea, mi primero. Vea, mi primero, vea, mire, vea.
Quieto, déjenlo.
Vea.
¡Ay, mi cabo! Que no te va a llevar. Tranquilo,
Vea, mi primero, ¿ah?
Él no te lleva.
¡Corra de peña!
Él no te lleva. ¡Ay, mi cabo! Ya, ven, ya.
Ya, estamos todos. Peña, corre.
Ven, ya. Ven, Lucifer, ven. Ven, Lucifer, ven, Lucifer, ¿dónde está? González, ¿dónde está parado?
Está allá atrás, mi cabo. Ahí paso acá paso en el celular, ahí atrás. Sí, pasa ahí en el celular.
Number 7. Caso Real de Exorcismo. Just your everyday Latin case of exorcism recorded on camera, folks.
No pasa nada. Tranquilo.
Este lunes en el programa Territorio RCG se transmitió por primera vez en televisión completamente en vivo un exorcismo a un menor de 12 años de edad de nombre José Enrique, el cual, todo indica, era atormentado por 4 demonios, asegura el padre José Luis del Río y Santiago, único sacerdote autorizado por el Vaticano y la diócesis de Saltillo para realizar este tipo de rituales.
Con la autoridad y el poder de Jesucristo, el Hijo de Dios, ato a todos los espíritus malignos que estén perturbando, dañando, poseyendo a este siervo de Dios, José Enrique. ¿Cómo te llamas? En el nombre de Jesucristo, el Hijo de Dios, contesta. ¿Cómo te llamas? En el nombre de Jesucristo, el Hijo de Dios, contesta la verdad. José Enrique, ¿cómo te llamas? Satanás, en el nombre del Dios Padre, en el nombre de Dios Hijo, en el nombre del Espíritu Santo, retírate por la fe y la oración de la Iglesia, retírate por la señal de la Santa Cruz.
Su madre Olga Hortensia señala que todo empezó en una vivienda que rentaron en la colonia Santa Cristina el pasado 24 de diciembre. ¿Cómo? ¿Cuándo empieza todo esto? ¿Por qué?
Pues como les comentaba en la mañana, fue a raíz de que yo renté una casa aquí en la colonia Santa Cristina. Ahí en esa casa empezó todo.
¿Qué dirección es ahí?
Es calle Santa Ana 125.
¿Y qué fue lo que empezó?
Pues ahí empezaron ellos al siguiente día de dormir ahí, que fue el 25 de diciembre. Ellos me dijeron que les habían rasguñado la ventana, me decían que veían cosas, pero yo no les quería creer. Luego me dijeron de una mujer vestida de negro, chimuela, y pues así. Pues ahorita no me convence, porque el sábado que vino el padre, el niño se quedó muy tranquilo, ¿sí? Y vamos a rezar el rosario y rápido se vino, y él rezó el rosario todo lo rezó. Nosotros le contestábamos y él rezó, pero no quedó como está ahorita, inquieto y agarrando y brincando y eso. Y ahorita no me convence.
¿Qué piensa, padre, que no está convencida la mamá?
No, es que
piensa que está engañando.
Sí, puede ser, ¿verdad? Pero el demonio es el gran simulador, puede ir y venir, ¿verdad? Y para al verse ya asediado y perdido, ¿verdad? Entonces el demonio puede ir y venir, ¿verdad? Eso es natural, ¿verdad? Nada más que también dice estas palabras: resístanle firmes en la fe y acabará por retirarse. Pero en estas rondas, en ese ir y venir, ¿verdad?, se desaparece, entonces se quedan las cosas bien, ¿verdad?
Para RCG informó Eduardo Hernández.
Number 6. Disturbing exorcism of a woman screaming and coughing blood. In this video found on YouTube, it shows an exorcism of a woman screaming and coughing up what appears to be blood. She moans and screams and does appear to be in distress. Is this another hoax?
María, Jesús y José. Vamos. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Vamos. Vamos. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Levem aí o caballo. Levem aí o caballo. Vamos, arriba. Arriba. Vamos, come on, come on. Levem, levem. Solo Wilson. Vamos, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, cama, complete. Vamos, Leven. Amor. Vamos, dame 3 brincos arriba. Cuando yo lea. poco a poco. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vamos. Arriba, María. Jesús. Vamos, ven, José. Bola, caminina.
Number 5. The Devil and Father Amorth. Documentary filmmaker William Friedkin, famous for the book and movie The Exorcist, follows the Reverend Gabriel Amorth as he performs an exorcism on a woman in Italy. Listen carefully to the way her voice changes in the video clip. I must say this is one of the most distressing videos for authenticity that I've actually seen.
Dicasmi il nome. Sei da solo?
No!
Quanti siete?
80 fratelli!
Quanti? Quanti ce ne sono? Quanti ce ne sono con te? Quanti diavoli ci sono con te?
80 capi!
80 capi. Viene solo Mexico, stui. Quando esce?
Mai!
Quando esce?
Mai!
In nome di Gesù, dicasmi. Dominus, figlia, vittimi, die qua, exit. Il Signore Gesù t'ha fissato il giorno d'andartene.
No!
Non te l'ha fissato ancora? Non te l'ha fissato?
No!
Sarà lui a fissarlo, perché tu non conti una cicca. Come non conto una
È la mia! È la mia! È la mia!
È di Cristo! È di Cristo! Signore, questa tua figliola, liberala da Satana e dagli altri demoni che la tormentano.
Siamo eserciti! Eserciti! Eserciti!
Per intercessione della Vergine Maria. Per intercessione della Vergine Maria. Per intercessione della Vergine Maria, che ti annulla Satana. Lo sai che lei ti annulla, che contro di lei non può fare niente. Contro di lei non puoi fare niente, puoi solo andarsi a nascondere. Esci in nome di Gesù, intercedente, Immacolata Vergine dei Gentrici Maria. Esci in nome di Gesù, intercedente, Immacolata Vergine dei Gentrici Maria. Esci nu, esci nu, esci nu, esci nu, esci. Intercedente, Immacolata Vergine Maria, esci nu. Dio metterà me che tu stui, come il tuo segno, e tu guida il ministro lì se ti indigno. Forse sinonibus averia, neque an creatura andai, le circostante, ora e notte, quello modo anche soffenda, in nome del Padre, e Figlio, Spirito Santo, via. Ha bisogno di bere un bicchiere d'acqua?
Magari sì.
Un bicchiere d'acqua?
Number 4. Maurice Theriault. One of the most bizarre cases of demonic possession on record occurred in Massachusetts in the mid-80s. This case involved a farmer named Maurice who was possessed. The case was witnessed by reliable sources, including a police officer, and was ultimately resolved by Ed and Lorraine Warren, New England's most infamous paranormal investigators.
For Nancy, wife of the possessed Maurice Theriault, it was 8 years of hell that finally exploded in a night of such evil and violence that the small farming community of Whately, Massachusetts may never fully recover. It is the story of an exorcism ritual that either failed or tragically backfired. Nancy Theriault may never recover either, but she has found peace.
He says, you're going to remember this. It's like he's fighting with somebody. He's going to put the gun in his mouth. He's not going to put the gun in his mouth. And I just sat there. Finally, he got the gun in his mouth. He pulled the trigger. His head goes back. His head goes up. His body goes back. And the only thing that I could say when he did it was amen.
He aimed the gun at her, but suddenly the good part of Maurice somehow overtook him. He looked at her, he put the gun in his mouth and killed himself. He could have killed her right there.
He was possessed by a demonic spirit, maybe even more than one demonic spirit.
The Warrens, who spent years recording and assisting at exorcisms, were called in by a Catholic priest after Nancy Theriault went for help in controlling Maurice's behavior.
Such as what?
Movement of objects, sounds, bleeding from Maurice's eyes from no natural causes, crosses appearing on his body. State police were called in, local police. They found Maurice on the floor in the bathroom, and while there, they had seen phenomena occurring around Maurice, the bleeding from the mouth, the eyes, French-Canadian messages appearing on his back.
Finally, a decision was made. Bishop Robert McKenna, a friend of the priest who brought the Warrens to the case of Maurice Theriault, decided a full solemn exorcism was the only chance to avoid a tragedy.
This is called the ritual romano, which is the ultimate in the rites of exorcism where Catholicism is concerned. He prepared himself. He went to the home.
And the exorcism will be the first ever recorded on videotape. A tape that shows Maurice's face changing from this to this as the bishop chanted to cast out the devil. Nancy Theriault was present throughout the exorcism.
When they were doing the exorcism on him, when he turned his head, I saw his face change. I saw the satanic look on his face.
As the video shows, far more was about to change on Theriault's face than its expression. As Bishop McKenna chants, Theriault's skin seems to bubble. A deep crack has opened on his forehead.
Maurice, do you feel anything inside you?
I see characteristics of his face look like they're becoming all crinkled, like burnt. There's a split on the left side of the head, which widens, opens up. The eyes, he blinks 3 times, which we consider an insult to the Trinity. The eyes look like a serpent.
How many are you?
All of a sudden, his eyes rolled up in his head, and his head went down. He collapsed, and within a few minutes, he came to. The first thing he asked for was Nancy, his wife.
This exorcism took place on the day after Easter 1985, and for several years, Maurice Theriault seemed to become normal again.
Things seemed to be going good. In fact, he wasn't even as mean as he used to be. He was easygoing. He was easygoing and everything.
But about a year ago, Ed Warren received an ominous call from Nancy Theriault.
And she said, Ed, I have to speak with you. And she said, Maurice is going back into his old ways again. Blood is coming out of his eyes. He's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. He's threatening people.
It was the beginning of the final tragic possession of Maurice. For many years, Maurice Theriault was accused by some of using trickery to fake his spontaneous bleeding and other physical phenomena. But in the exorcism conducted by Bishop McKenna, the camera captured images that nobody has been able to explain. As his skin bubbled and a crack appeared on his left temple and his eyes took on the satanic gaze of a madman, at least a dozen people were present to witness it.
Number 3. Demonic possession in a psychiatric center in Russia. We don't know much about this video, but what we do know is the disturbing images caught on a monitor of a so-called psychiatric hospital in Russia do look incredibly scary. At one point we also see the patient suspended as he seems to be levitating in mid-air. Creepy indeed. Number 2. Man possessed by demons at Miguel Corzo Hospital in Rio. A guy arrives with a bullet wound to his face and is apparently possessed by the devil. Another fun day in Rio, folks.
Pai nosso que está no céu, santificado seja o vosso nome. Venha a nós o vosso reino. Seja feita a vossa vontade. Assim na terra como no céu. E com nós cada dia nos dai hoje. Perdoa as nossas ofensas, assim como nós perdoamos nossos pecadores. Não nos deixei cair em tentação, mas livrai do mal. Amém. Você não é poderoso. Você não é poderoso. Jesus, Deus está aqui. Deus é maior do que tudo. Você não é poderoso. Deus é maior. Jesus Cristo está aqui.
Conhece a Bíblia melhor do que você.
Conhece.
Você é corrupto.
Sou corrupto.
Vou
te falar que você
não bate, que eu vou estar na intimidade, eu te aguardando.
Não deixa o seu nível. Você é do mal.
Me bate.
Você não é. Você é do mal. Sai.
Isso.
Sai.
Qual o santo que tá aí? Qual o santo que tá aí? Fala aí.
Lúcifer.
Lúcifer? Lúcifer. Isso. Tá incorporado com o santo, né? Tá incorporado com o santo, né? Quero ver se o santo vai segurar a tua vida isso. Bate. Quero ver.
Não vou te bater não, porque Deus é maior.
Meu cavalo estava inocente, estava trabalhando. Meu cavalo, trouxe meu cavalo até aqui. Eu não vou fazer nada com vocês. Só não quero que encoste no meu cavalo.
Deus
Ele
é maior.
Inocente. Ele é inocente, está andando sobre a covardia.
Volta para onde você estava.
Number 1. Pope Francis performs an exorcism. Pope Francis was actually giving a blessing, but this was reported by the media to be seen as an exorcism captured on video in St. Peter's Square. The astonishing footage was taken immediately after the Pentecostal Mass one Sunday. It shows the pontiff approach the second of 2 wheelchair-bound people to conduct a blessing, which seems to be remarkably creepy. What do you guys think? Thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe.
With